This is my other two JK BMSs. They're on Home Assistant, and there's a project that you can do and it puts it all on there. You can go to each BMS and get more details. It shows all the cell voltages and the temperatures, current, and whether they're balancing or not. Here's the differential, balances off. So I can look at that on both of my batteries. And I'll put this new one on here too. I'll get it all integrated on Home Assistant. This is my overall solar system now. It's real cloudy out, it's overcast, so I'm not charging much now. But my battery should just about fill up. Oh, they're in float, so they made it to float today. We had good sun early and then it clouded up, started flurrying again. We had a little bit of snow last night. Anyway, yeah, I'm all set. 27 kilowatt hours I made today, so not too bad. Anyway, that's this is the Home Assistant, and yeah, I got different controllers showing up on here. This is the Victron up there, and this one is the EG4 over there, the 6000 XP, and then this is the Classic, which is over there, and you can customize this however you want. And I got a couple of inverters, the EG4 and the Outback. And then I just do a little formula in Home Assistant that adds up the totals of all these different controllers, and that's how I get this. It's pretty easy to do. So that's how it works. I want to just go and look at the overview. There we go. Let's see if they show the right SOC. 97, 99. That's about right. This is the MB31 battery. It gives up its power and charges more current into it first before the other ones, because it's got a lower resistance. So it's normal to see this one discharge faster than this one. But later on, when they all get down, they'll all even out more. Nice. First thing I'm going to do with this new JK BMS is to update it. And I have the RS45 plugged in here. RS45 jack. On this side, you see there's two of them, but I'm plugged into this side. I think I'm in the right one. And then I'm going to go to this computer. This is an RS45 adapter, USB to RS45 adapter. And then I have just two wires hooked up to it. No, three wires. Maybe only two. I got three wires hooked up to it, so I don't think you need the ground, but I have it hooked up B and A. You have to look up on there. I think it goes to pins 4 and 5, 5 and 4. It's documented online. And then I'm going to this. I've done this with my other batteries. There's a software called JK BMS Monitor, which I haven't used for a couple months, so we'll see if it still works and if I can remember how to do it. Device is disconnected. What do I have to do? ID. You have to set the ID. Oh, connected right here. Let's see what the ID is set up for. It's all on zeros right now because all the dip switches are up. The one below I have on number 1. This one's 0, so I can't remember if it has to be on a specific one. Let's see if this will go to 0. Nope. So I'm going to set it up to 1. I'll set it up to 1 for now. So that'll be, actually it's not set for 0, it's set for whatever. I'm going to turn them all down except for this one. So that should be ID number 1. And then this is set for ID number 1, and I think it's COM 3. And let's see if it connects. It did something there. Yeah, I guess we're connected. So the first thing I want to do is update the software, because if I go and program all this stuff and then you do an update, you have to redo it all. So I think up here is an updater. Upload firmware. Upload firmware. Okay, well, you can see I only have version 15 so far, so I'm going to have to go online and find the version 19. It should say what I have in here. Somewhere, one of these. Like I said, I haven't used this for a couple months, so I don't remember. I'm going to dig around a little bit here. Figure this out. So to find the software, you go to Off Grid Garage, his website, and then you go to, he's got info on the JK BMS, Inverter BMS, and you go to this. Now I got version 19, but I just clicked on the link there. It takes you to his Google Drive page. Here he's got 14, 15, 19. Click on 19, see what's in here. He's got version 1902, 1904, and 1905, and 1910 in zip files, or some kind of file. I'm going to download the newest one here, I think. Oh, here, download. And then if I go to wherever I was before, that other program I had open, that's my classic talking, if you can hear that. Yeah, under About, on this program you go to About, and then it gives you the software version, which in this one is 19.09. So I'll go back to his page. Where did it go? Too many windows open. 1909 is what came in it. So 1910 looks like it's a little newer, but not too much newer. But I'll still try to update it and see if it works. Okay, I downloaded the firmware. I gotta double check this. It's the model PV2A16S20P. And then I downloaded it, if I can find it again. Right here. And it has all these different versions of it. And the one I just read was 20P. This one, I think, PB2A16S20P. I'm going to click that. No, I won't click that yet. Yeah, here, 16, PB2A16S20P. So this is the right one here. So I go up to here to firmware update. upload firmware, and then I go find that file, which is showing version 15. See if I can find it easy again. Should be in here. There it is. And here it is. PB2A16S20P. This one. And if all goes well, I click start updating. See what happens. Something's happening. Let's see if it shows anything on the display. Not really. It says it's done. And we'll put OK. I heard a beep on the battery BMS. Now I'm going to close this and reopen it and see if it shows the new version. Where is it? Gotta go through all these clicking steps. Device is disconnected. Let's connect it. Then we go to About. Let's go to About. Yep. Change it to version 19.10. So we're all set. So now I can start putting in the parameters. And then I'm going to start charging it. Okay. I'll be able to set it. Instead of using the phone app, I guess I can set it with this program. Here's Settings tab. Let's see, there's real-time settings. We're over here where we updated it or did the About. Now we'll go back to settings. And I had to put in the password here, which I used the default one. So now I just got to go through and change all these settings. Like this one, capacity. It's going to be 314. Send it. I guess it sent it. Balance trigger. We want it to be like point. I don't know what I used on the other ones. Point. I'll put a 0.05. I'll double check that later. Send it. And then, oh, now be careful. If you press these, it'll change everything, even if you already started. Let's see what it does. See, it changed it back to 40. It just does some of the generic ones. So don't ever click these once you've started. I mean, initially, this is the one we want. Lithium iron phosphate. But don't ever click that thing when you're almost done, because you'll have to put everything back in. They should make that so it doesn't do that. So I'll send this again. And then we want to go here. 5 millivolts. Balance trigger. And then I got to go through and look on, see what I got on all the other ones. It'd be nice if you could save a file from a different battery of the same type and just send it in, but you got to go through all these and do them. And the place I go get them all is from Mr. Off-Grid Garage. Because where is he? You go to his web page, and then you go to My Settings. See, he's got tools, My Settings. And that's what I use. He's got for different things. This is for his Victron solar controller, JK BMS, the old style. And you go down, here's the JK BMS, the new one. and he's showing the phone, the Android phone format. So I might use the phone because I can just follow along. Otherwise, I gotta go find the right place to put them in on the other program. 16 cells, battery capacity, balance trigger. He's got set 10. 52.5 calibrating voltage. Oh, that's for calibrating voltage is when you look at your battery and see what it is, and then you put in whatever it is. Really, you put a voltmeter on your thing or look at the BMS and you get it set right so you can calibrate that. And then here we got start balancing voltage, max balance current. He's only got 1 amp because he probably only had a 1 amp BMS, balancing BMS. Anyway, I'm going to go through some of these I know. I'll put in. We got the capacity, balance trigger point, start balance voltage. I think that's going to be 55.2. Start balance voltage. That's not going in there. Oh, I wonder if this does it by cell. 3.45. Maximum balance current 2 is a 2 amp balance current. Cell over voltage protection, cell recovery. Yeah, I'll have to go through and double check all his and see what, I just match what he puts. But there's a whole bunch of them to check. Okay, let's try the Android app. We have the app right here. It's opening up. All kinds of reflections on the phone here. Cluttered disk. And there's our choices. These two are something else. One and I should have grabbed the serial number off of that. I think it's this one. So that's the one we're going to connect to. I heard something beep. You gotta go look at the settings and figure out which ones. Should be able to look at the voltage and figure out which one's which. If I'm connected to the right one. 45.55. Yes, these ones are 53. So I'm hooked up to the right one. It does a little faint beep when you connect to it. So now we'll have to go through all these. And first you gotta go to this thing here. You go to, nope, you go down here. Let's just see while we're up here. About. Yep, it shows what we just put in. Version 19. The other two are version 15 that I have. So now let's go to settings tab. And then you have to put in your password, which is the generic one since I haven't changed it. And then verify. I guess it took it. Then we go to I'm going to use all his. So I already changed the capacity. That's stuck in there. This is wrong because it's 50 milliamps. It should be 0.05. So you gotta go and do all this finger poking here. And it's hard to do when you're holding another phone with one hand. There. Press OK. And that took it. Calibrating voltage. I'll do that later. Then you go to advanced settings. There they all are. See? I gotta go through all these on here and make them match here. So I'm gonna do that, but not live here. I'm just getting together the editing of the software part of this video, and when I made the video, you see it was only, the battery voltage was only 45.55, and maybe some of you were like, well, that's way too low. And it was, and I didn't catch it on any of these videos. I wasn't thinking about that at the time, but it was a problem with a wire in the BMS, and it's in my other video about the EL version 6 build. So just wanted to point that out. And I do have the new battery all put on Home Assistant now, which let's see if I can find it. There it is. And this is the overview screen of all the 3 batteries. And the battery 0 master, that's got 000 for the address now. And they're not in order on this, but this is the one we just did. These are the other 2. And I don't know if I can go into all the details how to get that on Home Assistant. There's probably other videos, but basically you go to this one project. Actually, it's this project here. That's an update, but that's what it's called. So you find the details on that project. And if I go back, you look under, I can't remember, add-ons, I think. There it is right there. So that's where you'll find the project add-ons. And you go up here to here's the documentation and tells how to set it up, and configuration is here. It'll give you a log of what it's seeing real time. So, and when you get it set up, it'll show up on the MQTT. There it is. So you add that to your Home Assistant. I think it'll auto discover, so you can see it here. Once you get it all configured right in that other thing, it'll show up. Let's see. Yeah, here they are here. These ones here, I think. This one, and this one. And then see, it has all the data, and when you did that, you go to the bottom, and I think it says add to a dashboard. Can't remember now. Yeah, see, add to a dashboard. You just click that, and you can have any of these dashboards. Kind of got to know your way around Home Assistant a little bit, but that's not in the league of what I'm going to talk about right now. But here's the one where I got my main solar. So when I said, or no, I put it on, yeah, I mean, you could add it to this. This is my main solar page. I made these and just grabbed these entities for the 3 batteries here. And anyway, I have this thing set up, showing all my different sources. It's cloudy out now, so I'm not getting a lot of power in. But yeah, I think that one project, if you pay him a few bucks, you get all these graphics. You know, it's worth it. You pay him to help support his project, and you get all, it gives you the graphics that will work on these dashboards. I just had to change some of the things from French to English. He had labels because he's French. But you can do that in editing. But anyway, that's just kind of an overview. I wanted to point out that yeah, that 45.5 volts initially, I should have spotted that. But everything's working great so far now. So I'm going to finish editing my video.